The black guy ignored everyone. Stop. Jump into the sea. The officer ordered him to be arrested, but he swims too fast. No one can catch him. This is a naval base in the United States. Racial discrimination is very serious. Torrid summer. Everyone wants to swim in the water. But there's a rule here. White people can get into the water 6 days a week, but black people can only go into the water on Tuesday. Black guys want to break this rule. Don't care about the crowd. Still jump into the sea. His name is Carl. The family has been farmers for generations. Father doesn't want Carl to be like himself in the future, and send Carl to the Navy when he grows up. This is his only chance to change his destiny. On the day of leaving, father urged Carl again and again. No matter how hard it is, must stick to it. Never come back. Carl cherished his father's hope and his favorite radio. But when he came to the army, he found out black people are humble here. You can only be a cook except as a handyman. For violating military regulations, Carl was grounded. But at the same time, the captain also saw Carl's extraordinary courage and extraordinary talent. So I recommended him to the Naval Academy, be a diving search and rescue worker. When he came to the Naval Academy, because he was black, he was rejected by the instructor. The discrimination here is more serious. But Carl didn't give up. He stood at the door all day. Finally, the instructor was moved by his tenacious spirit. Agreed. He entered the base. Finally came in, but he was greeted by white comrades in arms. The hostile eyes and a thick sputum. The instructor held a welcoming ceremony for him. But comrades in arms say we don't live with black people. Then they all moved away. There is only one boy who looks silly, willing to live with him, because he is a stammer. Also often rejected by comrades in arms. Carl was awakened by the instructor with cold water late at night. Said to do morning exercises, but he kept rushing at him with a water cannon. Then push him into the water. Let him practice holding his breath. Obviously, this is to let him leave the barracks. But when I think of my father's words, Carl put up with it and stuttered when he lived with Carl the next day. Because I'm close to him, was targeted by the instructor. Hold your breath for less than 4 minutes and be fired directly. Carl felt very guilty. This day, comrade in arms had an accident when welding underwater. Carl volunteered. Go into the water to rescue with another comrade in arms. But during the rescue, the hull collapsed again. Another comrade in arms was scared to run at once. Carl was left alone. He quickly rescued his teammates. Afterwards, the instructor commended this matter. The object of commendation is the deserter. Everyone knows that. They all chose the default. Only the person who was saved gave Carl a positive look, but even so unfair, Carl was never discouraged. With tenacious will, get the first place in every training. Until this day, Carl got the message. His father died of illness. Strong Carl couldn't hold his breath any longer. He came to the bar for a drink, but the boss saw that he was black. Just say the wine is sold out. The comrades next to him told him to get out. The instructor also stood up and said that blacks were not welcome here. Even if you are excellent, the school will not let you graduate smoothly. Now Carl is angry. He challenged the instructor to hold his breath. If you lose, take the initiative to drop out of school. If you win, let the stutter return to the team. The instructor agreed.